It's a known fact that Christopher Dorsey, aka BG, who was barely into his teens, would join Cash Money Records. BG's on-again, off-again relationship with the label's co-owner, Brian Williams, aka Baby, was a tumultuous one. At a young age, Miss Sin would pretty much trust Baby to play the role of a father figure in the young Christopher's life. Coming up in the mean, grimy streets of the NO is not an easy task, as Doogie will find out at an early age. No stranger to the streets, Doogie will find himself getting into all kinds of bullshit. In the early 90s, it was either killed or get killed in the streets of New Orleans. It wouldn't be long before Doogie was hanging with known killers from the city. Self-medicating himself with that diesel, he would be soon hooked. Going from snorting to being on that point. Going in and out of rehabilitation, Doogie would struggle with his dependency for years. After finally parting ways with CMR, BG would launch his own imprint, Chopper City Records. The once like father like son relationship that he had with Baby had come to a screeching halt behind Money's Owed. At the age of 31, Doogie would be arrested with Demond Pollard and Gerard Fedderson, aka Fetty. The NOPD would find 3 heaters along with loaded magazines. 2 of the heaters had been reported stolen, and the SUV itself had been stolen from an Alamo rental car parking lot. Demond confessed to ownership of the heaters, though it was later revealed that Doogie pressured him into taking the charges. The state criminal case was eventually moved to federal court. Both Demond and Fetty would plead guilty, paving the way for charges against Doogie. Demond reached a plea agreement with prosecutors and was sentenced to 30 months in prison. Fetty, with an extensive criminal record, received a 20-year sentence. It wouldn't be long before BG would be indicted. According to the indictment, Doogie, who had 3 prior felony drug convictions from 1998 through 2003, was in possession of a firearm between August 2009 and November of 2009. Indictment would also charge Doogie with conspiring to obstruct justice. The indictment alleges that Doogie conspired to obstruct justice by getting Demond to sign a false affidavit attesting that neither Fetty nor him possessed 3 firearms on November 3rd of 2009. BG will be sentenced to 14 years with 3 years of supervised release upon being freed from prison.
And a New Orleans rapper has been sentenced to 14 years in prison for illegal possession of firearms and obstructing justice. Christopher Dorsey, also known as BG, was also sentenced to 3 years of supervised release by a federal judge. The 28-year-old pleaded guilty in December to being a felon with a firearm after being caught by the NOPD.
After serving nearly 13 years, BG would be released from prison in 2023. Upon his release, BG would get straight to work, releasing multiple songs and videos, even dropping a mixtape with Gucci Mane. During the promo tour for the mixtape, BG would reveal that he was in fact not signed to Cash Money and wasn't planning on signing to CMR anytime soon.
You know, I just want to test the waters. Really, I want to show, you know, what I can do on my own. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't want to rush into nothing. You know?
The internet was already on fire with talks of a Cash Money Records Hot Boys reunion tour. Talks surrounding the reunion would get ugly, as there would be buku back and forth between BG and Turk. BG, who had served more than 12 years in prison, was now a new man who would feel like anyone from the past would have to relearn who he actually is, and rightfully so, as 12 and a half years is a long time. Age and time changes people. That's a fact. Before the promo tour for the BG and Gucci Mane mixtape, Baby would jump the gun, saying that BG had already signed back to CMR.
I just want niggas to know that My little nigga official Cash Money, ain't no cap in that, you hear me? So ain't nobody else he gonna ever sign with besides this shit.
Ultimately, time will reveal that this was not true at all. On one occasion, Doogie would take to Instagram Live to share that he had multiple deals out there on the table. Most onlookers would let these words fly over their heads as they were far too invested in the drama rather than actually listening to what BG had to say. As fate would have it, BG would actually sign a multi-million-dollar production and label deal where he will relaunch his own imprint and work on other projects such as films and books. BG would state, and I quote, "They believe in my vision." I won't announce the business partner in this video. I'll leave that to Doogie. Stay plugged.